My wife rejected me in bed. Don't touch me. I have self-respect. Next day, I rejected her demands. Don't ask me. I have self-respect. She lost her mind. Don't touch me. I respect myself too much for that. The words hit me like cold water in the dark. I'd reached over to hug my wife before sleep. We'd had a normal Tuesday, watched The Office reruns, made tacos for dinner. Nothing felt off. Then I put my arm around her waist, and Lisa jerked away like I'd shocked her with a cattle prod. What? My voice came out confused, hurt. I'm allowed to have boundaries, Marcus. My body, my choice. We'd been married 6 years, together for 9. This wasn't about boundaries or choice or feminism or whatever the hell she was channeling. This was about me trying to hug my wife goodnight. Lisa, I wasn't trying to. It doesn't matter what you were trying to do. I said no. That should be enough. I stared at her in the dim light from the hallway. Her face was set, cold, like I was a stranger who'd grabbed her on the subway. Okay, I grabbed my pillow. I'll sleep in the guest room. Don't be dramatic. I'm not being dramatic. I'm giving you space. I walked out before she could respond. Lay in the guest bed staring at the ceiling for 3 hours. Something had broken. I just didn't know what yet. We'd been married for 6 years and 3 months when everything started falling apart, though I didn't realize it at the time. Lisa was 34. I was 36. We'd met at a friend's wedding in 2015. She was a marketing coordinator at a tech startup. I was a senior project manager at a construction firm. Good jobs, good life. No kids yet, but we'd talked about it. The problems started in July. Lisa quit her job, said her boss Amanda was micromanaging her, criticizing her work in front of other employees, making her feel inadequate. I can't work in that environment anymore, she'd said over dinner at Olive Garden on a Thursday night. It's toxic. I need to leave. Okay, do you have another job lined up? Not yet, but I will. I just need some time to decompress and figure out what I really want. I'd supported her. Of course I did. She was my wife. If work was making her miserable, she should quit. Take your time, I'd said. We'll be fine. I make enough to cover everything until you find something new. She'd smiled, kissed me. Thank you for understanding. You're amazing. That was 3 months ago. Since then, Lisa had been decompressing, which apparently meant going to the gym every morning at 9 a.m., having lunch with her new friend Denise 3 times a week, spending afternoons at coffee shops, networking, and exploring opportunities. No job applications, no interviews, no sense of urgency. Meanwhile, I'd been covering everything. $2,400 mortgage, $180 car insurance for both vehicles, $600 groceries per month, $240 utilities, $150 for her phone, gas, streaming services, her gym membership at $89 per month. I made $87,000 a year as a project manager. It was enough, barely, but I'd started pulling from savings to cover the gap. I'd never complained, never made her feel bad, just kept paying the bills and telling myself it was temporary, but something had shifted in the last few weeks. Lisa had gotten colder, more distant, started talking about boundaries and self-care and knowing your worth, all phrases I'd heard Denise use. Denise was 42, divorced twice, lived alone in a downtown loft, had strong opinions about how women needed to stop giving themselves away to men who don't appreciate them. Lisa started parroting those opinions, in small ways at first. I think I've been too accommodating in this relationship. Women are conditioned to prioritize men's needs over their own. I'm learning to put myself first. I'd thought it was just a phase. Self-help podcast nonsense that would fade once she got back to work and had less time to overthink everything. But then came Tuesday night, when my wife rejected a goodnight hug because of self-respect. The next morning, I made coffee at 6:47 a.m. like always. Lisa came downstairs at 8:30 in her yoga pants and a tank top, hair in a messy bun, scrolling through her phone. Morning, I said. Hey. She didn't look up. I need you to do a few things today. I poured my second cup. What things? Pick up my dry cleaning from that place on Maple. Drop off this package at UPS. It's a return for something I ordered. Grab groceries. I'll text you a list. Oh, and my car needs gas. The light came on yesterday. She said all of this casually, still scrolling, like I was her personal assistant. Something in my chest went tight. Don't ask me, I said quietly. I respect myself too much for that. Her head snapped up. What? You heard me. I have self-respect. I'm not available to run your errands whenever you feel like it. Her face went red. That's completely different. How? We're married, Marcus. Married people help each other out. Married people also don't reject each other over a goodnight hug. But here we are. That was about boundaries, and this is about mine. You set yours last night. I'm setting mine now. Equal partnership, right? I grabbed my keys and my laptop bag. Lisa followed me to the front door, voice getting louder. You can't just refuse to help me with basic things. You refused basic affection last night. I'm applying the same logic. I stopped at my car, turned to face her. Lisa, this isn't about errands. This is about you treating me like an ATM while acting like I'm beneath you. Either I'm your husband or I'm your employee. Pick one. Her mouth opened, closed. No words came out. I got in my car and drove to work. She called 7 times before I even got to the office. I didn't answer. By lunch, I had 17 missed calls. Texts started rolling in at 2:14 p.m. Lisa, you're being ridiculous, Lisa. Denise says this is emotionally abusive, Lisa. You're punishing me for having boundaries. I texted back once. Tell Denise she's welcome to pay your bills if she has so many opinions. Radio silence for an hour. Then, we need to talk talk when you get home. I got home at 6:23 p.m. Lisa was on the couch, red eyes, tissue in her hand. The universal signal of, I've been crying and you're supposed to feel bad. Hey, she said softly. Hey, can we talk? I sat in the armchair across from her, not next to her. Sure, I think maybe I overreacted last night. Maybe? Okay, I did. I overreacted. But you didn't have to punish me all day. That was mean. I wasn't punishing you, Lisa. I was showing you what it feels like when someone changes the rules without warning. But I explained. I was setting boundaries, and I get that. But you can't weaponize therapy language to avoid being a partner. You rejected affection, so I rejected being treated like hired help. Same principle. She wiped her eyes. Denise said I should stand up for myself more, that I've been too accommodating, that men take advantage when women don't have boundaries. Lisa, I've been bankrolling your unemployment for 3 months. I've never once complained. I've never made you feel bad about it. But the second I want basic affection, just a hug goodnight, I'm the enemy? It's not like that. Then what is it? She couldn't answer. We sat in silence for 37 seconds. I counted. I think I need space, she finally said. Space from what? The house I pay for? The car I insure? The phone plan you're on? Which space specifically? Her face went hard. You think I owe you something because you have money? No, I think partners show up for each other in all the ways that matter. Emotionally, financially, physically. You stopped showing up months ago. I kept showing up anyway, and now you're acting like I'm the problem. Maybe you are. The words hung there. Okay, I said. If I'm the problem, then solve it. Do whatever you need to do. Friday morning, Lisa started packing. 2 suitcases, her laptop, toiletries, the expensive blender I'd bought her for Christmas. Where are you going? My mom's, in Phoenix, just for a few weeks, to clear my head. Okay, that's all you have to say? What do you want me to say? You said you need space. I'm giving you space. She zipped the suitcase. I thought you'd try to stop me. Why? So you can accuse me of being controlling? She left at 11:37 a.m. Didn't kiss me goodbye. Just said, I'll text you, and drove away in the car I was still paying insurance on. I stood in the driveway and watched her taillights disappear. Then I went inside and changed the Netflix password, took her off my phone plan, called American Express, and canceled her authorized user card. If she wanted space, she could have space from my accounts too. She called 3 days later at 8:52 p.m., furious. You cut me off from everything. You said you needed space. I'm respecting your boundary. That's not what I meant. What did you mean? Space from me but not from my money? Space from affection but not from financial support? Help me understand. Lisa, silence on the line. Then, Denise says I should talk to a lawyer. Good idea. Tell Denise she can help pay for it. I hung up. The lawyer's letter arrived 2 weeks later. Patricia Morrison, family law attorney, 23 years experience, $400 per hour. Notice of intent to file for legal separation. Lisa was demanding spousal support, half the house equity, half my retirement accounts, division of all marital assets. I called my own lawyer the same day. Thomas Chen, divorce attorney, 17 years experience, had handled my colleague's messy divorce 2 years ago. Marcus, walk me through the timeline, he said in his office. When did she quit her job? July 18th. Voluntarily? Yes, said her boss was toxic. No documentation, just quit. Has she been looking for work? Not that I've seen. Says she's exploring opportunities. How long have you been married? 6 years. Tom leaned back in his chair. In California, she can request spousal support, but the fact that she quit voluntarily 3 months ago with no documented cause works in your favor. Judges don't love supporting voluntary unemployment. What about the house? You owned it before the marriage? No, we bought it together 4 years ago, both names on the deed. Then it's community property. She's entitled to half the equity. That's about $140,000 based on current market value minus the mortgage. My stomach dropped. $140,000? Unless we can prove she contributed less to the mortgage payments or abandoned the marital home. When did she leave? 2 weeks ago. Went to her mom's in Phoenix. Tom made notes. Did you ask her to leave? No. She said she needed space. I said okay. Good. That's voluntary abandonment. Helps our case. He looked up. Here's my advice. Document everything. Every text, every call, every demand. Keep records of all finances. What you've paid, what she hasn't contributed. And don't engage emotionally. Stay factual. What's the best case scenario? She gets her car, maybe $20,000 in equity settlement. No spousal support because she quit voluntarily. 4-month process. Worst case? She gets spousal support for 2 years, half the house, and you're paying her legal fees. 12-month process. Jesus. Welcome to California divorce law. The separation hearing was set for November 14th. In the meantime, Lisa kept texting. Lisa, I can't believe you're doing this to me, Lisa. I thought you loved me. Lisa, Denise says you're trying to financially control me. I didn't respond. Then she tried a different approach. Lisa, I miss you, Lisa. Maybe we can work this out. Lisa, can we talk? Still didn't respond. Then she got angry again. Lisa, you're a narcissist. Lisa, my lawyer says you're abusing me. Lisa, you'll regret this. I forwarded every message to Tom. She's spiraling, he said. Good. Emotional instability helps our case. The hearing was in front of Judge Robert Martinez, family court, 29 years on the bench, reputation for being fair, but no nonsense. Lisa showed up with Patricia Morrison, hairstyled, makeup done, playing the victim. I showed up with Tom. Documented evidence, bank statements, phone records, text message printouts. Patricia made her case first. Your Honor, my client left an emotionally abusive marriage where her husband used financial control to manipulate her. She needs spousal support to rebuild her life. Judge Martinez looked at her. Emotional abuse is a serious allegation. Do you have evidence? My client's testimony. He withheld affection, refused to help her with daily tasks, cut off her access to bank accounts when she needed space. Tom stood up. Your Honor, if I may. Mr. Turner didn't withhold affection. His wife rejected physical contact and claimed it violated her boundaries. When he applied the same logic to her demands that he run her errands, she called it abuse. He handed the judge a packet. These are text messages from Mrs. Turner. You'll see she quit her job voluntarily in July, has not sought employment since. Mr. Turner paid all marital expenses for 3 months while she attended the gym and socialized with friends. When he set his own boundaries, she filed for separation. Judge Martinez read through the packet, 12 pages, every text, every demand, every accusation. Mrs. Turner, he said, why did you quit your job? Lisa shifted in her chair. My boss was micromanaging me. Did you file a complaint with HR? No. Did you document the issues? No, but did you look for other employment before quitting? I needed a break. For 3 months, I was recovering from workplace trauma. Judge Martinez looked at Patricia. Counselor, do you have documentation of this workplace trauma? Medical records? Therapy notes? My client's word is not evidence. He set down the packet. Mrs. Turner voluntarily left employment without cause. Mr. Siu, Turner supported her financially for 3 months. When she rejected his physical affection, he applied reciprocal boundaries. That's not abuse. That's consequence. Patricia tried to object. Judge Martinez raised his hand. I'm denying spousal support. Mrs. Turner is capable of working and chose not to. I'm ordering division of marital assets. Mrs. Turner receives her vehicle and $12,000 from the home equity settlement. Mr. Turner retains the house and assumes the mortgage, each party responsible for their own legal fees. Lisa's face went white. Case closed. The gavel struck at 2:47 p.m. The paperwork was finalized in 4 months. Lisa got $12,000 and her Honda CR-V. I got the house, my retirement accounts, and my freedom. Last I heard through mutual friends, Lisa moved in with her mom in Phoenix, got a job at Target, $16.50 an hour, living in her childhood bedroom at 34. Denise stopped returning her calls once Lisa couldn't afford lunch at the Cheesecake Factory anymore. Turns out empowerment doesn't pay rent. I'm still in the house now, 18 months after everything fell apart. Met someone new, Sarah. She's a civil engineer, makes her own money, appreciates effort instead of weaponizing therapy language. Last week, I reached over to hug her before bed. Normal Tuesday. We'd made tacos and watched The Office. She hugged me back, kissed my forehead, said, "Good night, I love you." No boundaries, no self-respect speeches, no rejection. Just two people who actually show up for each other. I thought about Lisa sometimes, wondered if she ever understood what went wrong. Probably not. She's probably still telling people I was emotionally abusive, that I controlled her with money, that she escaped a toxic marriage, and maybe she believes that. But I know the truth. Boundaries go both ways. Respect goes both ways. Partnership goes both ways. And the second you start keeping score, everyone loses. Lisa wanted to play games with language and logic, so I played by her rules, and she lost everything she'd taken for granted. Self-respect, she'd said. Turns out it goes both ways.